एवरीवन। सो आप सब जानते हैं आज हम यहाँ पे किस लिए हैं। डिजिटल चेंज मेकर हार्नेसिंग मार्केटिंग फॉर सोशल इम्पैक्ट, ये आज हमारा टॉपिक है, जिसमें आज हमारे साथ स्पीकर भी हैं तुनिश सर, जो इसके बारे में हमें पूरा ब्रीफ में और अच्छे से बताने वाले हैं। मैं चाहूँगी कि मेरे सुशांत सर जो मेरे कलीग हैं वो इनका इंट्रोडक्शन दें। सुशांत सर।
थैंक यू सो मच मनाली। सो वेलकम तुहिन जी, आपका
Thank
तहे
you.
दिल से शुक्रिया है और जितने भी लोग इस लाइव स्ट्रीम में जुड़ने वाले हैं उन सभी का तहे दिल से शुक्रिया है। सो तुहिन जी अभी करंटली वर्किंग है ISDM में, डिजिटल प्रोग्राम्स को देखते हैं और उनके पास लगभग 6 साल का एक्सपीरियंस है इसमें कॉर्पोरेट और सोशल सेक्टर में। सो ये डिजिटल मार्केटिंग का क्या रोल होता है इसमें, इस सेक्टर में, वो इसको अच्छे से डिटेल बताएंगे। इसके रिगार्डिंग अगर आपका कोई भी क्वेश्चन है, कुछ भी आपको जानना है, सो आप हमारे कमेंट बॉक्स में डायरेक्टली क्वेश्चंस डाल सकते हैं, हम वहां से सारे क्वेश्चंस को ले लेंगे। सो ओवर टू यू तुहिन जी, यू कैन स्टार्ट योर सेशन।
Thank you so much, Sushant. Thank you, Manali. I'll just share my screen.
Yeah.
I'll share my PPT. Just a moment. So is my PPT visible to all of you? Okay. Sushant, can you hear me? Okay. So yeah. So I'll just start. So hello everyone. Whoever is watching this video right now. This is a really amazing opportunity that I've got to tell you about what is the importance of marketing in social impact and how we can leverage it in our day to day lives. We have been working for a long time in the social sector, and storytelling and digital marketing, which has been the basic now in the country and in the world for making change, is something that we are not harnessing properly to bring in impact in the sector. And that is what my PPT will be talking about. So I have 7+ years of experience in brand management and digital marketing. I have worked in the social sector as well as in the corporate sector, mostly in the food and the health sector. And now I'm in ISDM in the education sector, and I'm working to build the brand for ISD. So, the easy question: how can changemakers harness digital marketing? So here, what we already know is that the basics of social media. We know what the platforms are. We are always on different platforms. We are on Instagram, we are on Twitter, we are on LinkedIn. We also know what are the different types of posts that go in. We will have a video, we might have a carousel, we will have a static post. But what I will be talking about today is I will go deeper into this. When we have these posts that is there, they are part of a campaign, and each campaign talks about a story, and we will have to dissect these campaigns in some layers to understand how easy it is to develop a campaign, and also how easy it will be for people or our target audience to understand what the campaign is all about, right? So I will also take you through how the corporate sector is running campaigns or doing storytelling outside, how the social sector is also having storytelling, and what are the challenges that we are facing. Also, digital marketing as a career in the social sector is a really good thing and the next step for all of us that we are looking at, and how important it will be for creating impact. So we have 800 million internet users. These are just facts that I'm sharing with you. We are all on social media. We On Instagram, we know what the movements are going on, what is advocacy, what is fundraising. We have keto.org who does fundraising. We have communities on Instagram or WhatsApp maybe, which is something we are interested in, and we have like-minded people to talk to. But all these things that are there, do you think these are some kinds of pillars? And do you think that the social sector can systematically use them to build narratives or mobilize communities and influence policy? If you think so, then I have an honest question to ask you. Who uses digital marketing better? Is it the FMCG or a consumer brand or the corporates or the social sector, RSPOs and NGOs? You can choose any. It doesn't need to be the right answer because there is no one right answer. You can say an NGO, yes, NGOs are good. FMCG, yes, FMCGs are better as well. But who's at the forefront? So I will talk about what I feel, what I have been through, what I have read. So I feel that corporates are way ahead. And I would really like to tell you why is that. So corporates, the FMCG, the finance, the tech backgrounds have a consistent brand storytelling. The stories talk about, all the stories that they develop, these stories focus on a target audience. It tries to build a bridge between the product and the customer, and through stories. And and these are consistent all the time. If it's a campaign, it's consistent. For example, if we talk about mango juice, let's talk about mango juice, ghar ka aam panna. Everybody knows what the story is all about, and everybody knows that that is from paper boat, because they are trying to talk to you in form of stories and build a relation with you. It's just not saying that, please drink this sugary drink which tastes like mango. This they clearly tell you, आपके बचपन का मैंगो का जो रस है, आम पन्ना, वो यहाँ हमारे पास मिलेगा अभी, खोया नहीं है ये यादें, तो इस चीज के लिए पेपर बोट यूज करिए. एंड इनका डेटा ड्रिवन टारगेटिंग होता है. इनको पता है कि डेटा में जो आपका ऑडियंस है, जो टारगेट है, कौन सा ऑडियंस क्या चीज पसंद करता है, और ये लोग इसको बहुत सीरियसली लेते हैं. वो हर एक ऑडियंस के लिए अलग अलग स्टोरी डेवलप करते हैं, अलग अलग एड क्रिएट करते हैं. दे हैव क्लियर आरओआई मेट्रिक्स. आरओआई मेट्रिक्स मतलब इनको पता है कि कितना स्पेंड करेंगे तो कितना रिटर्न आएगा इनका. एंड ये सिर्फ इंप्रेशंस या फिर रीच या लाइक्स या कमेंट से अपने प्रोडक्ट को डिफाइन नहीं करते, अपने बिजनेस को. इन लोग देखते हैं कि कितने लोगों ने प्रोडक्ट को खरीदा है, कितने लोगों ने सर्विसेज को अवेल किए हैं. इन सारे चीजों को इन लोग रखते हैं अपने साथ, तब जाके इनका आरओआई मैट्रिक्स फॉर्म होता है, विच इज रियली स्ट्रॉन्ग. And yes, to be honest, they have huge budgets which the social sector does not have. But at the same time, social sector has a fragmented storytelling. On our social media, we will suddenly one day we will put what is the activity that we are doing, and one day we will put there's a report. So people who are looking at our social media, they won't be able to connect what's happening. They don't connect with the stories that are being told by us, because our stories are fragmented. And our measurement maturity is also very less. We just look at impressions, we look at how many people have reached, how many people have looked at it, how many people have liked it or commented, and that's good. That's engagement for us. Instead of looking at, if we have done this, how many people have shown us the outcome outside. That is something we really need to measure, and for that we have MNE, monitoring and evaluation, which has come into place. But that is something which is really important in marketing as well. And this is a huge potential that is there, and it just doesn't need budgets. It needs ideas. And the social sector, like all of us who are here sitting here, we have a lot of talent, we have a lot of potential, we understand the sector like nobody does. It's just that we are not into storytelling and we are not streamlining it. We talk, we structure, we streamline it. This is something which is really going to reach millions and really create a next narrative that people are going to look at. So when I look at the FMCG brands, they don't sell goods. That I say, they sell confidence, dreams, aspirations. They invest heavily on data, targeting, and planning their communications. And NGOs, they have the enterprises in India, they are fragmented. They have ad hoc communications, like I told you. So we just have one image, and the next image will be something totally different. So the story doesn't match. People don't relate to it. People don't understand what we're talking about. Let's dissect this. where our communication is going wrong. So when we give facts, we inform people. 21% people are doing this. 800 million people are on social media. But we don't remember that. We will not remember what is the amount of mango pulp in paper boat. We will clearly say that the story, बचपन में मैं आम पन्ना पसंद करता था एंड मुझे अभी वो चीज मिल रही है पेपर बोट की तरफ से एंड देयरफॉर स्टोरीज आर समथिंग दैट दे विल ट्रांसफॉर्म. And now, if we say Paperboat is saying that why don't you buy something that is close to your heart, drink it, and with that, what we'll do is we will give the one packet that you buy. We will also educate a girl child, or I will educate someone from the low income family, and therefore the stories then transforms. The outcome becomes huge. It becomes big. It's stepwise, but it becomes big, and that is how they tap into it through stories. So I'll tell you about a format which I have learned. This is the HCAC storytelling format, the hero, challenge, action, change. All these companies, whoever has told us these stories, they have a hero. And we relate to these heroes. And that is why they have the hero. And we feel personal about it. Like if I was there, because we like to dream, we like to talk stories, we like to hear stories. And therefore, then the challenge comes. We look at the hero, we see that that hero has a challenge to overcome. And then we see the action that the hero takes. Oh, this is how he has different ways of, uh, you know, completing the challenge and getting what he or she wants. And then the change that happens, that's the outcome. And that is something that makes us feel connected to the product or the service. So we don't remember data. We try to, but we don't. And we really remember stories. अगर बचपन में हमारी मम्मी हमें जो स्टोरीज बोलती थी वो आज भी हमें याद है. अगर हम अभी डेटा भी पढ़ लेते हैं, हमें जब तक कोई किताब नहीं दे देता, हम उसको देख कर नहीं बता पाते. उसको देखना ही पड़ता है और कहना पड़ता है कि ये डेटा है आज के लिए. So let's talk about an international brand, Nike. Nike doesn't sell you shoes which have bouncy cushions, which has comfortable laces, or which will let you walk along track. It clearly says that it shows athletes who are underdogs, not big athletes. We don't want to be Sachin Tendulkar, but we want to be someone who is from the community, who has been facing challenges, and that is what Nike does. Underdogs are people who have faced challenges. They had social rejections, who had the lack of belief. People did not believe them. They had systemic barriers. That is because there are no infrastructure or something like that. And then Nike said that if you want to be an athlete, you wear our shoes and you dream crazy. You dream crazy. And to be, I'm sorry, but they don't say that wear my shoes. They just say dream crazy. The shoes are right there. The people are wearing it. So they are enabling them. So when I go to a store and I look at a shoe brand, I'll look away and I'll say that, I want to be someone who is changing the narrative, who is bringing in change. I might be the first one to be in sports. My family is not. So I'll be wearing the shoes. So I want to buy those shoes. And that is where Nike captures you as a data. The next is, let's come to Indian. Tata Tea Jagore. How many of you remember this ad? This is a very old ad from 2007. And the hero is us. All of us sitting here looking at this. We were the Indian citizen. And especially the youth. I think I am old enough. But I am a youth. So especially the youth. And what it challenged was people woke up and they were having tea, but they were not doing the bare minimum as a citizen. They were not voting. They were not doing what it is needed to choose the right leader for the country to make change. And that is where Tata Tea steps in. And they say that wake up. You drink my tea, you wake up, and I become a socially responsibly brand where I will be telling you that you drink and then you wake up and then you go out there and you vote. And then people, after looking at this, people started voting. People started thinking, and they started thinking that they were the people, they are the citizens. They started being accountable of what needs to be done. So Tata Tea changed the everyday habit with a metaphor. It told people that it's just not you waking up to just have tea, it's more than that. Wake up, the nation needs you. Dove, another international brand, an Indian brand, and again an international brand. We look at we really look at beauty products as something that will make us beautiful. But Dove changed that. The hashtag was stop the beauty test. So Dove told you that you are beautiful, and these are my products that will help you enable and keep your beauty safe. So you be any person, any race, any color. We don't care. My product will help you keep your skin better, your hair better, will keep your health better. And that is where Dove comes in. And it enables people to dream big, enables people to think about themselves and use that product. But when we look at all these things that is happening in the corporate sector, we move back and see if the social sector is able to achieve it. Now we talked about it that it's fragmented. But let's see if the social sector had that moment where they could break the narrative and get in people to understand what change is and then reflect properly about how they can make different changes with the organization. The first is Ebola. So when we say save the children, in India, save the children is Bal Raksha Bharat. In UK, Save the Children has worked really hard. It had a story, it built it, it had a narrative around it. So what did it do for COVID-19? Again, for COVID-19, a lot of children and families in pandemic in India who were migrant workers, street children, they had lost a lot. The challenge was they had no food, no education, they had no safety nets. And the sense of urgency was really high. I mean, I was working with 2 3 organizations to provide food to people, and I could understand what the challenge was, and my work was to reach out to the funders. So how do we reach out to the funders? Instead of showing an image that this person cannot eat, I wanted to show, or Save the Children also did the same. So what they did was they said protect a million campaign. So it says that if you provide help, we provide food, education, and everything to these children. And that is what the outcome is, the bigger outcome. It doesn't say that these people are hungry, we will just feed them. These people have no jobs, we will give them jobs. It clearly says that the idea is we want to humanize this. We want people, there are people who need your help. And therefore, people who are funders, they start understanding that they have started becoming a part of this challenge. Instead of just saying that they are at a hierarchy and they have to give money, they know that if they help, there will be change and people will be educated, people will help also, and which in turn also help the nation be the best part in the future. So therefore, stories move people more than numbers. Numbers are just numbers, but relations, because we are social animals. So stories, we love to sit on stories. Age-old traditions. From the time we became humans, uh, from Stone Age, people started speaking to each other, and there were stories. Therefore, we have so many stories. We have the Vedas, we have the Bhagavad Gita, we have the Quran, we have everything, and these are all stories for people to read, to learn, and be better. Now we dissect this. Stories are authentic and exploitative. So, so an authentic story and an exploitative story is something that we need to understand, and I will give you examples. We do tell our stories in the social sector, and what the work we do, it's really important for us to tell those stories in such format that people understand what the work is. So let's look at this storytelling tropes on digital media platforms. So again, when we do this, we show people are having issues, people are having challenges, and we show them. We 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 what would I say? We focus on helplessness. We pity them. This is something that is for short. For example, keto or something. All these. platforms which are there, they show these things, which are something which is for short term, and people do not build trust on it because people cannot relate to it. But if you look at an authentic, strength framed uh, creative, uh, you will understand that it focuses on dignity and agency. People who do not get food, they have dignity and agency as well. And that is the voice of the community that is coming from, and we need to be the voice of the community as well. And we need to build trust and repeat the engagement and work with them in such a way that they become a better part of the society. And therefore, your authentic storytelling is really important to reach millions of people who will help create change and who will also be a part of the systemic change. So, this is an example. Exploitative storytelling says that you are not enough, but my product will fix you. Some of the products, if you know, for fairness creams and all. An authentic storytelling again says you already have value. My product or brand is here to celebrate and amplify that. So my product is not something that is unique that will make you human. It is something that you are human. It will enable you to be a better human or a better animal or a better community in the future. So again, in India, if we look at social sector, so Akshay Patra will look at the creative that they do. They don't show starving child or with sad eyes. They show children in classrooms smiling, learning because they have had food, and that is the end goal. You give them food, you provide them with nutrition, health, place to stay. They study, and the future of India is getting educated. This is authentic storytelling that we need to look at. We don't need to say that people are victims. We need to say that people have what they have. There are challenges, and they are the heroes right now, and we also need to be the hero to make the change. So how to approach storytelling authentically? So the community voice is important, and we shouldn't be talking about their problems in our own way. We need to bring their voice out so that people understand what the problem is and people relate to the challenges that are there. So the challenges and the highlights needs to be balanced between each other. And yeah, and everything that happens, the data also that we provide in this, in storytelling as well, it needs to be transparent. It nothing should be something that is exorbitant, like 100% people are this, or we will change people 100%. We can say it's a small systemic change that will happen, 5% people will change, but this is what we need your help for, and this is what we need to do. And we need to think long term. When we do marketing for the social sector, we need to, our messaging should be for developing trust and respect. Because if we are doing something, if we are developing a campaign, our campaign is around a stakeholder. If the stakeholder doesn't feel comfortable about the campaign is not right. Everybody should feel comfortable about the campaign. We shouldn't be degrading anyone's dignity while we are putting out ads, while we are putting out posts, because nobody is victim, nobody has to go through these. Everybody has the right to live happily and healthy, and that is where marketing comes in, and that is where communication helps in storytelling and building these related stories for people. So so when we do these, we need to understand who, where, what, and these three are uh, very important, and they are interconnected to each other. If one doesn't work properly, if we do not have one, like for example, if who is not proper, then where and what doesn't work. If what is not proper, then who and where doesn't work. So they are interlinked. They work. It's a triangle crafting communications. So if we look, our campaign should be a audience first strategy. Who, where, what. Every audience will have a different platform, will have a different content tone with, and there's examples as well. So donors are on LinkedIn and email. Always we reach out to them. The tone will be professional, credible, impact stats, reports. This will help them relate better and then fund the projects that we are doing. So, for example, Give India COVID relief, transparent dashboards are provided to them, corporate tie ups are done, celebrity credibility is done, events are happening where people come and talk to each other and understand what it is. Youth and volunteers, like all of us, we are on Instagram, Reels, YouTube. We understand what the movements are, what the geopolitics is, what is happening. But we are looking at emotional, inspiring, peer driven stories. Again, we look at stories, or else we just scroll up. Something needs to stop. When I look at Greenpeace on Instagram, I really look at the way they put their stories out. Forests are burning, the heart of Amazon is burning, the lungs of the country, the lungs of the world are burning now of Earth. So that really stops me from scrolling. Click on it, read it, maybe I donate. And then we have policymakers who are on Twitter, LinkedIn, Medium, who are evidence plus narratives. They want evidence, narratives, policy framings, concise insights, where small insights, like 200, 500 words, which they understand what the problem is because they don't have time. And this is how they will then change the policies for us. Like Greenpeace on Twitter, they have advocacy taglines for ministries linking to reports so that ministries understand what the problem is going on, and Greenpeace is becoming a bridge between them. So, measuring what matters and data driven decision making. These two are very important. Let's understand. So, we have vanity metrics, which is not equal to impact. Impressions, reach, likes, these are not impact. Conversions is an impact. So, focus on mission metrics. Revise your campaigns if data says so. So, we need to really be on mission metrics. We need to stop being on vanity metrics. I'll show you. For social media, impressions are a vanity. Likes and reactions are vanity. Shares and retweets, when it happens, we reach different communities, we reach different people. So it's a mid level thing. It is better than likes and it is closer to mission. Then comments and saves are also closer to mission. Click through rate is mission linked. That means, so people are clicking on it. That means we have reached halfway of our mission. And then we have conversions, and when we have conversions, that is the outcome, that is the mission that we are looking at, and we really need to focus on conversions. Sorry, if we don't, then again our campaigns will become bland and our stories will be ad hoc. So this is something we need to really be focused on, and this does not social media. For website, you have page views, vanity, returning visitors are a mission linked, conversion rate is mission. Conversion rate is the mission for all of us that we need to look at. For links and download metrics, again, we need to look at download count. We need to look at the UTM tracking. So UTMs are links which are put with website follow-ups. So when we do that, if somebody clicks on a link, we know that the journey of the person who has clicked on the link, from where they have come and where they are and how many time they have spent on the page. So these are very important for us, and we need to be mission driven rather than vanity driven from now onwards. Why this matters for your career? I'm sorry, it's not your career, it's my career as well. So all of us, why does this matter for our career? Because digital marketing is something that we have just looked at as running ads, putting in money, running ads, reaching out to audience, no stories, nothing. But it has become very saturated in the corporate world, and in the social sector it's very underutilized. And as we say, we don't need money, we need stories. And all of us have potential. We have stories from the ground, we have people, we have challenges, we know who the hero is. Let's talk about them. And that is where digital marketing comes in, that is where your role comes in, and that is where you start working properly and creating stories which are impactful, where people start understanding that these are not the reels I want to see, these are the reels by the social sector. And this is what is the change and the outcome. So yeah, so as I'm from ISDM, I just want to, this is the last second last slide. This is what ISDM is focused to creating a more equitable, just and inclusive world for all. Again, a story by us. We want people to know what a space we are. It's an 11-month program to create a career of young management professionals. So I am an alumni from the third batch of ISDM. I studied there because I wanted to be in the social sector, and then I worked in Dr. Reddy's Foundation, storytellers. I worked with Jivika. I worked with the TB campaign in India, and yeah, and ISDM has really helped me with frameworks. There have been so many frameworks in this in marketing that ISDM has helped me with, which I am using currently, and I am making change in my day-to-day activities that I'm doing. So let's end this with, always let's remember, so stories inspire, numbers inform, authenticity builds trust, and it should be always an audience first strategy which matters, and impact is always greater than impressions. Thank you, everyone.
Yeah, thank you so much, Tuhin ji, for this session. It's so amazing session for us and our audience. So we have two, three questions. So I'm
Sure.
asking. So सबसे पहला क्वेश्चन तो ये है मेरा कि लाइक अगर कोई चाहता है कि मुझे डिजिटल मार्केटिंग ब्रांडिंग में अगर मुझे अपना करियर बनाना है तो उसके लिए क्या क्या चीजें क्या क्या अपॉर्चुनिटीज यहाँ पे अवेलेबल हैं?
Hmm. In the social sector, you mean, right?
यस.
तो सी देर आर अ लॉट ऑफ कोर्सेज, बहुत सारे कोर्सेज हैं अभी जो डिजिटल मार्केटिंग पढ़ा रही है. सो डिजिटल मार्केटिंग बहुत कॉमन हो चुका है एंड सब लोग पढ़ा रहे हैं वो चीज को, बट उसको डीपली अंडरस्टैंड करना वो आप पर है. मैंने कोर्स किया था एक दो, बट वो लोग ओवर द टॉप पढ़ाते हैं, बट देन यू गो डीप इनटू इट एंड व्हेन यू वर्क यू अंडरस्टैंड हाउ टू डू इट. In the social sector, every organization, as I said, stories need to be there where people can read it, and the digital space is the big space. So digital marketing का बहुत जगह है यहाँ पर और बहुत avenues है. अगर आप डिजिटल मार्केटिंग अपने लिए रखते हैं तो आप अच्छे से डिजिटल मार्केटिंग को यूज करके ये स्टोरीज को अपने कम्युनिटीज, अपने स्टेक होल्डर्स, अपने फंडर्स तक पहुंचा सकते हैं. तो यही वे है. तो इट्स अ ह्यूज थिंग, डिजिटल मार्केटिंग फॉर
Okay,
सोशल.
yes. So, one more my question is कि what is the difference between the social sector and corporate sector? तो दोनों का डिफरेंस क्या है कि जब हम मार्केटिंग या फिर ब्रांडिंग डिजिटल मार्केटिंग की बात करते हैं तो दोनों के बीच में जो डिफरेंस है वो क्या है?
सो अगर हम देखें डिफरेंस तो एक है कि द सोशल सेक्टर इज ऑलवेज ह्यूमन सेंट्रिक
Yes.
एंड द कॉर्पोरेट सेक्टर इज प्रोडक्ट सेंट्रिक. उनको अपना प्रोडक्ट्स बेचना है. But currently, when you look, there's a thin line between the difference between them, because the corporate sector has evolved in such a way that they are telling stories जो दिल को छू रही है और लोगों को ये बता रही है कि ये चीज है. तो है अभी भी उन लोग प्रोडक्ट सेंट्रिक ही है, बट दे नीड टू बी ह्यूमन सेंट्रिक एंड वी आर ह्यूमन सेंट्रिक. सो यही मेन डिफरेंस है दोनों
Nice.
सेक्टर्स में.
So thank you so much for sharing. And one more question is here कि so जैसे डिजिटल मार्केटिंग इन ब्रांडिंग का हमारे डोनर्स स्टोरी टेलिंग का जो हमारे डोनर्स होते हैं फंडर्स होते हैं उनका इनमें इसमें कितना रोल होता है और हम अगर इसको किस तरीके से हम लोग यूज करके उसको और बेहतर बना सकते हैं ताकि हमारे डोनर्स और जो हमारे फंडर्स हैं वो थोड़ा इम्प्रेस और हमें और हमें इसमें डीप डाउन थोड़ा डोनेशन और जो फंड है वो हमें ज़्यादा मिल सके.
So this is a really good question because this has been a huge challenge for the social sector कि donors को कैसे हम story बताएं. So donors एक ऐसे लोग हैं जिनके पास टाइम बहुत कम होता है, तो वो आपके लिए बड़े एड्स या बड़े मूवीज नहीं देखेंगे कभी. उनके पास वो टाइम नहीं है. जो हमारे पास है वो है डेटा. अब मैंने जब कहा है कि डेटा को लेवरेज करना है तो वो बहुत अच्छे से हमें डेटा लेवरेज करना चाहिए. When we leverage data, we need to move data into a story. जब हम बोलते हैं कि 21% students started studying from 2% students. Now 21% students are learning education because आपने पैसे दिए हैं. That is something which is a huge outcome that comes in. And that is where the donor gets
Yes.
impressed. So इनको डेटा फॉर्मेट में नहीं लिखना. इनको जो लिखोगे आप डिजाइन करो अच्छे से, स्टोरी फॉर्मेट में लिखो एंड देन यू प्रेजेंट इट टू देम व्हिच इज अ स्मॉल रीड फॉर देम, जो आप लिंक्डइन के न्यूज़लेटर्स में या फिर ट्विटर में डाल सकते हैं फॉर देम टू रीड.
ओके. सो
Will help.
तुहिन जी हमारे पास अमित शर्मा का एक क्वेश्चन है कि सर मैंने भी एक कोर्स किया था डिजिटल मार्केटिंग में मार्केटिंग का. दे टॉट मी बेसिक स्टफ ओनली. हाउ वुड ISDM would help me in it, sir? And like what's the
Yeah,
producer to get the
the
into it?
procedure also to get into ISDM. Can you
Yeah.
please explain? Okay, so now that you know digital marketing, when you join and you think ISDM as a course is going to teach you digital marketing, so no. So that is what I did not say. ISDM will not teach you digital marketing, but it will teach you टूल्स जो कि आप सोशल सेक्टर में यूज कर सकते हैं। अब डिजिटल मार्केटिंग जब आप खुद से करेंगे, जब आप कैंपेन्स चलाओगे ऑन फेसबुक, ऑन इंस्टाग्राम, ऑन लिंक्डइन, तब आपको और पता चलेगा कि सोशल सेक्टर में जो ऑडियंस है वो कैसे आपके एड्स के साथ रिलेट कर पा रही है। आईएसडीएम आपको एनेबल करेगी ये चीज को और अच्छा करने में। आईएसडीएम आपको प्रोजेक्ट्स देंगे कि आप ये प्रोजेक्ट बना के लाओ जो डिजिटल मार्केटिंग के लिए है, और ये इससे आप ये चेंज बना रहे हो, एंड देन यू वर्क ऑन दैट। सो ISDM will give you the space to work on it and be the master of what you want to be. Second thing, ISDM का admissions अभी start है for the 10th cohort, for the 10th batch, and उसके लिए आप isdm.org.in पे आप आ सकते हैं, एंड वहां पे अप्लाई नाउ का बटन है, आप अप्लाई कर लीजिए। इट्स अ 4 स्टेप प्रोसेस। आप लोगों को फॉर्म फिल करना होता है, फिर एक छोटा सा टेस्ट होगा, फिर इंटरव्यू होता है, एंड देन यू गेट इनटू ISDM. An ISDM doesn't look at a person with anything else rather than they will just want to know you as a human being who has uh, who really wants to make change in the social sector and is really passionate about it. And ISDM really looks for people who are like that.
Nice. Thank you so much. So one more question here. Can I use storytelling during interviews? And if yes, how can I use it?
Okay. So it is a really good question. So स्टोरी टेलिंग तो हम भी कर रहे हैं अभी, जब मैं आपके साथ बात कर रहा हूं, आई एम स्टोरी टेलिंग। सो इट्स अ स्टोरी दैट्स गोइंग ऑन बिटवीन अस। सो नथिंग शुड स्टॉप यू फ्रॉम स्टोरी टेलिंग। व्हाई डोंट यू स्टार्ट, अगर आप इंटरव्यू में भी है, अपना जर्नी जो है, आपका जर्नी पूरा आप एंड टू एंड एक स्टोरी के फॉर्मेट में बता सकते हैं। एंड दिस विल रियली हेल्प द इंटरव्यूअर ऑल्सो टू अंडरस्टैंड व्हाट इट इज एंड रिलेट टू यू, which I have also done, and it's really helped me and really creates connections between the interviewer and the interviewee.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So one more question also here. Ki,
Yeah, please,
yeah.
please.
So LinkedIn पे कैसे storytelling we can use to build the progressive career?
Okay. So if you're looking at a personal branding journey, मतलब आपको खुद का personal branding करना है and LinkedIn पे करना है, and you want to write stories, जिस चीज में आप अच्छे हो या जिस चीज को आप दिल से बहुत करीब हो, start writing about that. स्टार्ट राइटिंग अबाउट दैट। पहले तो आप इंट्रो रखिए, इजी लिखिए उस पे। अब चैट जीपीटी है, सब कुछ है जो आपको हेल्प करेगी पूरा फ्रेम करने के लिए। आइडिया आपका होगा, फ्रेम करने के लिए चैट जीपीटी है। सो यू डू दैट, यू राइट इट, यू पोस्ट इट। स्लोली आपके जो लोग हैं, जिनको आप पहचानते हो, जिनके साथ आप कनेक्ट करते हो, उनको क्वेश्चंस पूछो। स्टार्ट टैगिंग देम ऑन दीज पोस्ट्स कि व्हाट डू यू थिंक अबाउट दिस, हाउ कैन वी से। उससे एंगेजमेंट बढ़ेगा। स्लोली यू विल बिकम अ थॉट लीडर। लोग सोचेंगे कि आप सोच रहे हैं आपका जो टॉपिक है, और वैसे ही लोग जो वही चीज को लिए सोचते हैं, वो आते रहेंगे एंड वो लिखते रहेंगे आपके फीड पर, और वो बातें करते रहेंगे आपके साथ। यूज रेलेवेंट हैशटैग्स एंड दैट विल रियली हेल्प।
सो तुहिन जी, जैसे आपने यूज किया चैट जीपीटी का नाम यूज किया, तो मैं बस एक चीज पूछना चाह रहा हूँ कि स्टोरी टेलिंग, ब्रांडिंग, डिजिटल मार्केटिंग, इन सारी चीजों में हम एआई टूल्स को किस तरीके से यूज कर सकते हैं, और ये हमें कितना हेल्प करते हैं, और कितने लाइक आप इस चीज पे क्या सोचते हैं, आपका थॉट क्या है?
So AI has done one thing. So people think that AI will take away jobs, but what I could find is AI के साथ मिलकर चलो तो you can create a lot of things. Digital marketing, social media में so AI cannot think like a human. AI को आपको पहले डेवलप करना पड़ता है कि आप कौन हैं, आप कैसे हैं, आप क्या लिखते हैं, आपको पसंद क्या है, तो AI आपको पहचान जाएगा। बट जब भी AI कुछ लिखेगा, अगर आप कुछ लिख के उनको देते हो और बोलते हो कि इसको ठीक से लिख के दो, AI में ना वो इमोशनल क्वेश्चन नहीं होगा जो एक इंसान में होता है। वो चीज कभी नहीं हो सकता, वो हम कर सकते हैं। AI will only help us create a mail or create a post in 2 seconds. उसको बेटर करना हमारा काम है। तो हमारा टाइम, उसको फ्रेम करने में जो टाइम लग रहा है वो तो चला गया। तो हमारा प्रोसेस जो है, जो हम डिजाइन करना चाहते हैं, उसके लिए भी डैली आ गया है। हमको जो डिजाइन करना है, हम प्रॉम्प्ट डाल देते, डिजाइन आ जाता है। तो इन सब का टाइम कम हो गया है, and processes have fastened. So AI is really good to slow down the timing, and then help us improve our efficiency with time.
Yes. So one
That's
more
yeah.
question is here from Amit Sharma. He asked, कि, I have a bachelor degree in computer science. Is that enough, or do I need some specialization of some kind, and I require experience of any kind of fresher also allowed, sir, and times in advance?
So you have computer science, and if you want to work in the social sector, I'm not saying this. Passion is one thing that you have, but just computer science won't help you to thrive in the social sector. You need to think not like a computer, but like a human when you're in the social sector. You need to have tools again. So you have different frameworks, different tools which you really need to work in the social sector and then create change. And development management as a course has been developed for this, where people from computer science or something like that, they come. So you can go to the social sector, you can work, you can gain knowledge, you will learn a lot. But for the frameworks, you can come to ISDM, learn about the frameworks, and then go to the college, then go to the ground and then learn all the frameworks and then apply them there. So that is one
Yeah.
way.
So I think if anyone has any question, then ask. और अभी के लिए हमारे पास सारे क्वेश्चन जो थे हमने यहाँ पूछ लिए हैं. बाकी मनाली, आपके साइड में कोई क्वेश्चन आया है क्या?
No, sir.
ओके, थैंक यू सो मच. एंड थैंक यू सो मच तुहिन जी, ये इतना अच्छा सेशन
Thank you so
लेने के
much.
लिए.
Thank you.
और मे बी ये सेशन अभी फिलहाल हमारे यहाँ पे लगभग 14, 15, 20 लोगों ने देखा है, लेकिन ये यूट्यूब पे जब लाइव है तो इसे और भी बहुत सारे लोग देखेंगे. सो यहाँ पे और भी जिसको भी कोई भी डाउट है, वो क्वेश्चन आपके आते हैं तो आप हमें कमेंट बॉक्स में पूछ सकते हैं. बाकी आप इस पे थोड़ा सा 1-2 दिन के लिए नजर रखिएगा, और इस पे जो भी कमेंट्स आए प्लीज उनका आंसर कर दीजिएगा.
Zarur, zarur,
And
zarur.
Sir Ji got it time. So thank you so much. And yeah, thank you so
Thank you.
much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you
Thank you
so
so much,
much,
everyone.
sir, for the session.
Thank you.
And thank you
Thank you,
everyone
Manali.
जिन्होंने भी यहाँ पे पार्टिसिपेट किया है और जो क्वेश्चंस उन्होंने पूछे हैं. सर, मेरा एक क्वेश्चन था. ये था कि जो आपने जैसे बताया डिजिटल मार्केटिंग के लिए, तो ऐसा कौन-सा ऐसा प्राइम स्किल है या ऐसा कोई पर्टिकुलर स्किल है जो होना ही चाहिए इसके लिए?
The attitude to learn. अगर आपको सीखना है, सीख जाओ. Nothing else.
Yes.
Life is easy. Let's enjoy it. And digital marketing is one of the things for the social sector now.
Yes.
Yes, sir. Thank you
Yeah.
so much, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah. Thank
Thank
you
you.
so much तुहिन जी. और जो आपने लास्ट बात जो बोली है
Thank you,
वो
Sushil.
बहुत अमेजिंग है. ये मेरे पे बहुत वर्क करती है.
हाँ.
Because I am also a student of ISDM now, current batch.
Yeah, I
So
know that.
ये जो एटीट्यूड वाली बात है ना, कि जब ये एटीट्यूड आ गया ना कि मैं करके ही छोड़ूंगा, बस फिर उसके आगे कुछ नहीं है. अभी नहीं तो कभी नहीं.
जरूर,
That's it.
जरूर.
आप
वो एटीट्यूड करके
बिल्कुल
रखना है, रखना
यस,
पड़ेगा
ये
अपने पास.
एटीट्यूड रखना ही पड़ेगा कि नेवर गिव अप. मुझे कभी छोड़ना नहीं है, मैं नहीं छोड़ सकता. और अगर मैंने आज छोड़ा तो कभी
Yes.
मैं आगे भी नहीं बढ़ सकता. और इसी एटीट्यूड के साथ मैं आगे
Yes.
जा रहा हूँ. और आई होप
Yeah.
ये चीजें बहुत आगे तक जाएंगी. एंड थैंक यू सो मच मनाली एंड तुहीन सर एंड बैक ऑफ द जो टीम में हमारे टेक्निकल कर रहे हैं, विनय सर. थैंक यू सो मच. एंड गाइस, अगर आपका कोई भी क्वेश्चन है, कुछ भी समझना है, कुछ भी पूछना है, प्लीज कमेंट. हम लोग यहाँ पे हैं, आपके सभी कमेंट्स का रिप्लाई करेंगे. और इस वीडियो को ज्यादा से ज्यादा लोगों तक शेयर कीजिए, ताकि आप लोगों के जो भी रिलेटिव्स हैं उन तक ये बातें पहुंच पाए हमारी. और थैंक यू सो मच. या
And everybody can reach out to me on
या
LinkedIn.
Yes.
So if you have any questions, they can reach out to me on LinkedIn. I'll talk to them.
Okay.
So yeah.
Thank you so much.